deadline. So ibig sabihin wala pong tawag doon, wala silang intensyon na i-deliver ito, paratingin ito way beyond the deadline. So hiningan din namin ng report yung mga shipping companies, and yun nga, ang naging resulta nga ito ay force majeure. Ito ay
kailangan.
Force majeure, marami kasi yung force majeure ay bagyo, nasiraan yung barko. Ibig sabihin walang control dito ang importer. So pinayagan natin dito. Tatlo yun, total of 3,600 metric tons. Actually, kukunti lang yan. Kukunti lang po yan. Yun ang basis namin, yung loading time. Ngayon, yung sa mga nag-load ng February 23, 24, talagang hindi na makakarating yun ng February 28. So, yung mga nag-load na yun, ang purpose talaga nila is paratingin yun sa March na that will compete the harvest time. Kaya hindi natin pinayagan yan.
Admin, paano po kayo nag-react dito sa council kapag pinag-uusapan, may mga terminology ginagamit po rito na cash cow, na parang pinagkakakitaan po ang mga importation na ito. Pati siguro maganda po, high time na ipaliwanag po natin sa viewing and listening public na kasi yung connotation pagka binanggit yung gano'n nagiging sweeping lahat na pagbibintangan. Ano po?
Opo, ako po yung nag-assume lang noong January. Yung sinasabi nilang milking cow, yung NFA, through government-to-government importation, wala pa po ako noon kasi yung G2G na nangyari last year.
Okay.
Pero ganito na rin po yung resulta ng pag-iimbestiga ko. Bakit nasabi nila yung milking cow? Ganito po yan. Sa kontrata ng G2G, tinitingnan yung presyo mismo ng bigas sa international market. Tapos, pag nagkaroon ng bidding at may nanalo na doon, halimbawa, nanalo yung Thailand, ganito yung presyo ng bigas sila. Ang kasama doon sa cost, yung tinatawag na cargo handling, yung sa barko hanggang makarating dito sa mga warehouses ng NFA. Doon sa mga reports, sabi nga nila, doon nila pinapatong yung overprice, doon pinapatong sa cargo handling. Hindi doon sa presyo ng bigas. Kasi nakikita yung presyo ng bigas ang hindi nakikita yung cargo handling So, kaya nga ngayon, sabi ko nga, pinaka-challenge nga namin ngayon, maka-import kami na ang cost ay below $400.
Pero at least kapag nagpatong ka rin doon sa mga handling na ganyan, total, nagre-reflect din puro sa total pricing po.
Tama po yan. Kaya kung ang presyo ng bigas $330 or $350 per metric ton, sa buong kontrata po, isasama po yung about 20% of the volume. So, mga $60 to $80 po yun. So, yung 330 mo, plus 60 pesos yun. So, abot na siya ng almost $400. Last year, ang presyo ng bigas, yung total importation per metric ton is $424 per metric ton. So doon po, kung may mga may mga kalokohan man, doon sa cargo handling.
Okay. Pero so far, wala ko kayo na-identify pa, wala pang nahuhuli?
Wala po kasi wala pa po wala namang government-to-government importation ngayon, yung taon na ito, wala pa po. At ina-assure ko naman yung publiko na pag nagkaroon tayo ng government-to-government importation, we will make it sure na mabit natin yung mythical $400 per metric ton landed price delivered to our warehouses. Na ang presyo niya ay below $400. Yun ang challenge po namin. We will break yung nakasanayan.
Madalas na nagiging usapin kaya nga ngayon ang House tayo magpapatawag ng inquiry committee dahil doon sa sinasabing kakulangan natin ng supply. Ako, hindi ko rin maunawaan exactly. Ang production po ba natin nami-maintain pa rin po natin doon sa 10.3 or 2 something million tons at ang consumption daw natin more than 11 naman.
Ganito po, yung figures po ng production natin sa Department of Agriculture po yun. Kasi ang NFA more on the post-harvest. However, meron po kami may tinatawag po kami yung rice industry, yung buong rice industry po. Kasama po doon yung tatlong sektor, yung sa NFA, yung sa commercial, saka yung sa household. Sa total po niyan, wala pong shortage ngayon. Mababa lang yung sa NFA, yung buffer stock ng NFA. Good to last for 8 days na lang tayo. By the end of June,
Hindi po ba alarming yun?
alarming na po kasi ganito po, kung walang stock yung NFA, so wala kaming capability to intervene into the market if ever na i-manipulate ng mga traders natin yung presyo ng bigas. So, kaya nga humihingi kami ng additional importation to beef up our buffer stock so that may position rin ang gobyerno na tao na huwag niyong basta-basta manipulate yung presyo.
Okay. Papos muna tayo mga kinigani. Pero ang susunod na katanungan ko po, para mapaghandaan mismo ni admin, ay related po rin sa claim na 211 billion ang utang po ng NFA. Ha? Ganun kalaki. Bakit po umabot ng ganyan kalaki naman ang utang ng NFA if it's really true? Babalik tayo maglibusan po ng ilang pala.
Ito ang DZRJ 810 AM H-Ry Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
Gotta write a classic.
You want to hear a classic? You have 3 icons in one night at Bistro RJ. Don't miss it. Richard Merck returns. He's a classic. Plus RJ and Jo Marie Chan. June 1, Thursday at Bistro RJ, Dusitani Hotel. So if I were you, I wouldn't miss Richard Merck. I wouldn't miss Jo Marie Chan. I wouldn't miss RJ. 3 classics in one night. So if you want to hear a classic, call 0906-221-1524 or 218-3326 for reservations right now.
Hello there, RJ here. Richard Merck, the country's legendary jazz singer, figured in a car accident which endangered his life and immobilized him for 1 year. And now he goes back to his love, singing once again, this time at Bistro RJ, with me, RJ, and Jo Marie Chan. So if you want to hear a classic, don't forget, June 1st, Thursday, at 8:30 p.m. at RJ Bistro, Dusitani Hotel. Entrance is only 1,200 with a drink included. If you want to hear a classic, watch the 3 of us. Join me and Jo Marie Chan as we welcome back Richard Merck. This is RJ saying make your reservations by calling 218-3326 or 0918-334-7960 right now.
Pilipino.
Hear it straight from the cabinet secretaries and other newsmakers. Insider exclusive Kapihan at Bistro RJ, Dusitani Hotel, Makati. Wednesdays at 9 a.m. The public is invited to attend. Listen live on DZRJ 810 a.m. or view on Facebook Live, www.facebook.com/DZRJ 810 a.m. Watch the replay on PTV4 at 8 p.m. or stream it www.facebook.com/PTVPH.
Exclusive Kapihan. At sa mga ito mga kaibigan, ay dako muna tayo rito sa ating media panel. May katanungan rito si Jerry Conejo from DCRJ. Gary, come in.
Yes, ito po ay maikling katanungan lang and a little comment for Administrator Jason Aquino at ganun din po kay Chairman Martin Belgra. And I'm representing DZRJ, KBP, and also the National Press Club. Sir, it is common knowledge, it is street knowledge na talaga pong laging merong deficit sa ating bigas because may racket po ang NFA. Of course, not during your watch, and I hope may eradicate during your watch, but it is common knowledge, and I'm sure even before you joined the NFA, you've already heard about this. So, yun lang po ang komentaryo ko dun sa ano nyo, no? And everything else you've said, we've taken note of it. Ngayon, para kay Chairman Martin Delgra naman po ng LTFRB, I just want to point out, maybe too late, pero maybe not, na hindi po ba one of the reasons na merong nadidistract po tayo ay because marami po mga nagmamaneho ngayon, nakikinig po ng music, naka-headphone. Hindi po ba sa railroad crossing nakalagay stop, look, and listen? Kaya nga po, ang dami po sigurong nagkaroon na ng aksidente because hindi narinig yung silbato ng pulis, hindi narinig yung busina ng mga magkaka-aksidente na because sana po maisama lang po yung earphone na i-ban po because it is also distracting. Nakaka-distract po yan without a doubt. Yun lang po, sir. If you'd like to care to comment about earphone.
That's a good point that you have raised, ano? But I'd like to put this in context. Kasi nasa batas na rin ho na kung gagamit ka man ng mga devices na that are named in the law, that you have to use it hands-free. So, ibig sabihin, naka-Bluetooth. So, there are two types of Bluetooth naman. Yung car has its own Bluetooth, yung mga modernong mga models ngayon. Ibig sabihin, parang kinakausap mo na yung car kahit na yung dalawang kamay mo nasa manubela, kahit na walang nakadikit sa tenga mo. Pwedeng ganun. Pero meron namang Bluetooth na nakadikit sa tenga mo. So, that, I think, it's a good point that you have raised. We will have to take it up when we review the IRR. Kasi, as I've said, hindi mo nga hawak yung device, pero pwede ka naman kumausap doon hands-free. Probably using a Bluetooth device. Kung Bluetooth man lang yan, at least panandalian lang. Pero kung yung mga sinasabi mo na all throughout your ride, talagang naka-earphone na pagkalaki-laki pa, ang lakas pa ng volume ng music mo, talagang delikado. It's not sound good driving practice. Good point that you have raised, sir. We'll take that in consideration.
Yeah, may dagdag lang natin mga kaibigan ng mga bago at modern na mga gadgets tulad po ng GPS mga kaibigan. Ito po ay nagsisilbing third eye na ng driver dahil siyang mag-remind sa iyo. Yung pedestrian crossing, paulit-ulit yan. Hindi mo pa nakikita na niya. Ahead of you. Pagka sinabi niyang meron siyang speed camera, mag-i-slow down ka. Alam niya, tayo mga driver, hindi natin alam kung nasa ng mga camera ng highway. Pero siya, kabisado niya. Ang dami niyang alam, mga kaibigan, ng machine na hindi natin alam. Even the merging point, kahit magpapang-abot yung dalawang left and right, ikaw malayo pa, hindi yung masyado napupuna, pero ang machine, nagsasalita na. Okay. Ang ngayon, mga kaibigan, second question naman, you're coming from Mr. Arnel Doria. Speaking of motoring, ito yung expert ho natin sa motoring, mga kaibigan. Mr. Arnel Doria from Media, DCRJ.
Good morning po. I'm Arnel Doria po. I'm one of part of the group na nag-establish nung on the safety driving centers in Bikutan. So I've been there in road safety for the past, I think, almost 10 years already. So ang tanong ko po tungkol dito sa anti-distracted driving, no? Although ang title niya, sweeping anti-distracted. Alam na natin, maraming klase ng distracted driving. Cellphone is just one of them, ano? Sabi nga nila, mismong pasahero mong maingay, distraction na yan. At yung kumakain, yung umiinom, distraction mo, lahat yan. Pero let's focus dito sa batas na naka-focus lang sa mobile, entertainment, and computing devices. Isang obserbasyon ko, kasama ko sa batas, yung 6-month information campaign. At siguro, yung confusion ho natin ngayon, dulot ho ito ng kakulangan ng information and education campaign bago ipatupad. Bigla na lang pinatupad na hindi pa natin naisasalya yung 6-month information campaign ayon sa batas. Pero sa IRR nakalagay 3 months lang yata ang information campaign.
I'd just like to put that in context. Sa paningin ho ng not LTFRB, but DOTR ho, yung 6 months ho nakalagay dun sa batas upon effectivity. I've yet to determine however, kasi nakalagay it lapsed into law July 16, hindi na pirma ng Presidente, 2016. So if we're going to reckon it about that time, assuming it was already published also, tapos na rin yung 6 months. So pagdating dun sa IRR, nagtalaga din kami ng 3 months information drive. So I just like to put that in context, yung 6 months at saka yung 3 months na info drive. So, but nevertheless, as I've said earlier, we are going to embark on the information drive, no, insofar as the law is concerned, before we will resume the implementation of the law. But definitely, as I've said, we will engage other stakeholders. Kagaya siguro sa grupo nyo, you mentioned about things that would probably be able to look at the IRR, and for that matter, look at the law in a different perspective. Kagaya nung sinabi nga I was told na si Senator Erceto made mention of navigational tools na hindi na isali dun sa batas. And that's the reason why we're discussing it now. So, what I'm saying is that I'm not saying that ipagbabawal o papayagan, pero sinasabi namin, we're putting that on the table for discussion. So hopefully, mailagay natin sa tamang konteksto. Para naman, this is what we're trying to avoid as well. Because we have to look at it on 2 levels. We're setting a policy, a standard for safe driving practice. That being the case, it will have to be implemented on the ground. Ayaw naming mangyari na magkagulod naman din sa baba, no? Kasi kung hindi klaro sa enforcer, talagang magkagulo doon. No? Lalo na doon sa mga, alam mo, diba? So ayaw namin nung ganon. We want na the law is very clear, the standards for enforcement is very clear, para kung pagdating sa panahon na i-enforce yung batas, wala na akong talunan doon sa daan.
Alright. Thank you sa ating video channel. Isang follow-up, sige. Isang mabilis na follow-up.
So, since nag-agree ho tayo sa inyong sinabi at isa ho sa kailangan linawin natin sa batas at sa implementasyon ay ano ang definition natin ng line of sight, dahil dito ho nagkakatalo-talo ng anong ibig sabihin nila.
Yeah, that thing also, we are going to discuss it also. But I'd just like to point out, actually, good that you mentioned about yung distractions, ano? Marami kasing distractions. If I may say, coming here, kasi matraffic ng konti, nung lumingon ako sa kanan, yung driver mismo na babae, nagme-make up. No? You know, so those things could actually, compromise safe driving practices. But nevertheless, we just like to say na we need to consider all these things naman para mailagay natin sa tamang konteksto. Para, as I've said, we're trying to avoid as much exercise of discretion by the enforcers when they would now eventually implement the law.
Thank you, video panel. And finally, bago rito sa ating fishbowl, ihabol lang natin yung nabitin na question kanina. Briefly, confirm natin bakit yung kung totoong mabot ng 211 billion ang kautangan ng NFA. Ang sabi nga ng Central Bank, ayaw na nating palakihin yan.
Yung nasabing 211 billion, yun pong computation nila, pero may computation po tayo. Ito ay umabot sa dati 172 billion, tapos bumaba na yan to 152 billion. Yung ito po ay, ang tawag dito mga legacy debts, ito po, utang nung mga nagawa ng administrasyon. Ang karamihan ito, more than 100 billion of that 152 billion na utang galing sa administrasyon ni former President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo. Kung naalala nyo, noong 2008 nagkaroon na ng crisis, yung importasyon ng bigas ay umabot ng $600 up to $1,000 per metric ton. So, noong panahon na yun, umabot nga ng, sumobra ng 100 billion yung utang ng MFA.
Okay. Yung kanina, nag-offer ata si Chairman, abunuhan na, Chairman. Meron tayong makinigan. And finally, ito po ay tradisyon. One question each. Ito po yung tinatanong nyo kanina, Chairman, pero huwag yung bubuksan na. Yung tinatanong nyo kanina na text message galing sa public, malaman natin, hindi ito yung comfort zone ninyo, ako nababasa, at ito ay related sa ibang mga issues na pwede nyo sagutin o pwede rin yung huwag sagutin. It all depends on you. Ngayon, kasi kung nakamonitor ang ating Pangulong Digong, alam niya kung magaling din kayo sa ibang area, ibang area. So ito na yung isa. Uy, education ito. Nangangailangan ang Department of Education o DepEd ng 53,000 sa mga bagong guro ngayong school year na ito. Laki. Ang tanong, kung ikaw ang isang guro, mag-abroad ka pa ba? Kinakailangan pa bang iwanan ng pamilya o magsaserbisyo ko na lang sa mga batang estudyante sa Pilipinas? Sa iyo, admin?
Kung ako, dito na lang ako, tutulong na lang ako sa Pilipino at alam naman natin na yung edukasyon ayun ang pinaka-investment na pwedeng gawin na may offer ng isang gobyerno para sa kinabukasan ng society niya.
Regardless kung maliit o malaki.
Regardless.
Alright.
Kung malaki.
Nationalistic. At kay Chairman Amami, kaugnay ng naisip mo ito pwede kayo maging congressman.
Same question?
No. Iba ang sa inyo. Nagkabaliktad kayo? Okay. Ang isang ito, mga kaibigan, ay related naman sa House of Representatives. Maalaman natin kung pwede kayo maging congressman o hindi. Kaugnay ng naisip po ng House of Representatives na ikandado sa labas ng gusali ng batasan ang mga late kung dumating. Ang tanong, sang-ayon po ba kayo sa bagong patakaran ito? Sa palagay ba ninyo, may tutuwid ang kamalian ng mga congressman na lagi na lamang late? Reaction, Chairman.
May sinabi ka kasi, baka may plano ako. Sinabi ko sa'yo kanina, my first time in government. Siguro tama na ako rito dito sa SSR. Wala akong condition beyond this. Tumutulong lang ako. As I said. But I'd like to say this, insofar as yung mga ganong klase, yung mga suggestion na ikakandado, yung mga para hindi na makakapasok yung late. I would like to think that that the members of Congress, both houses of Congress for that matter, are responsible enough to attend to their respective individual responsibilities. Kasi hindi lang naman sila nagtatrabaho para sa kanila. Nagtatrabaho sila para sa kanilang mga constituents na, even as far as Mindanao or as far as north as Batanes for that matter, or Cagayan, Valley. So I think it behoves upon them, to really perform their duties as diligently, as promptly, and as judiciously as they can. Talagang, there is no other way insofar as working in government is concerned. I just realize it now. Talagang ang daming trabaho.
Alright.
Saka, despite the fact na nagtatrabaho ka na maigi, ang daming batikos, but there's no other way to move forward but simply to work and work as you can and the best way you can. And the little things in terms of attendance, I think to me, is something that is not so earth-shaking to a point that na kailangan mong kandaduhan yung pintuan ng Kongreso.
Pwede kayong congressman, Chairman. Maraming salamat po. And finally, sa kanilang final words, balikan po natin si Admin Aquino.
I just want to assure the public that the NFA is now doing its reforms para maiwasan yung tagas ng pondo ng bayan. And rest assured that we will always abide by our mandate, that is food security and stabilization of supply and the price of rice We'll take extra steps para maserbisyuhan ang ordinaryong Pilipino.
All right, well said. At din ang iyong makinig si Congressman Delgra, Chairman Delgra, ano ba naman ako? Chairman, final word?
Unang-una, huwag nyo na po pipilitin yung bagong titulo na yan kasi, I don't know, I'm not even a thought the farthest from my mind. Nevertheless, seriously, I hope we will not be distracted. Well, obviously, we were distracted by the implementation of the law, no? But I'd like to move forward and beyond what the law has to say, no? Because, and which I would like to touch on. The mandate of the LTFRB is to provide a safe, dependable, convenient public transportation system sa buong bansa. And we have addressed that because we understand also that when we came in, it was among the corrupt agencies in government. Sinabi na yan ni Mayor, actually Mayor pa rin tawag na sa kanya, na
Mayor ng bansa.
That's precisely what I did when I came in. And that's what we did for the past, probably the first 6 months in office. Pero nalilinis tayo doon sa mandatos ng ahensya, which is precisely to provide safe, dependable transportation system. Mahirap sa amin, I'd like to say this is something personal to us also, because pag may mga nangyayaring aksidente ho, kagaya na nangyari sa Panda, kagaya na nangyari sa Nueva Ecija, we take it as our collective responsibility that there is something terribly wrong in our public transportation system. That is why we're pushing for the modernization of the public transportation system. Meron na hong malaking programa na itatalaga natin, ilo-launch na ho natin next month, yung PUV Modernization Program. And we have been engaging the public in a series of consultation na ipapaalam namin ito, yung mga programa nitong PUV Modernization Program. Kasi kailangan natin, matagal na. For many decades, we're looking at a transportation system that has been getting worse every day. No? Not only in terms of modernizing our units, no? Whether it be bus, UV, taxi, or PUV.
Pero to be continued po yan sa part 2 natin dito.
So that is the thing that we're really pushing. No?
Opo.
So hopefully we'll be able to launch it. Actually, we already have set to launch it next month. And we would like to get all stakeholders. No? Alam natin na meron pa rin mga sectors na who have a lot of alinlangan, but as we have said, in fact, during the MOA signing with Land Bank to offer such very easy credit financing facilities for affected PUJ operators, ang unang sinabi ko, ito na ho ang sagot sa pag-aalinlangan nyo pagdating doon sa upgrading your unit. Kasi kailangan na. So salamat po sa pagkakataon na
Thank you so much, Chairman. Medyo inabutan lang tayo ng oras, talagang limited ang ating time pagka live. Ano po, Chairman? Pero makikita Convert. Better experience with Convert. And sa halo pa rin po ng ating mga guests, sa halo pa rin po ng ating media panel at ang ating mga other visitors, this has been your host, Ray Langit po, sa namang laban, Kasanggabon Lagi.
Straight from the cabinet secretaries and other newsmakers. Insider exclusive Kapihan at Bistro RJ, Dusatani Hotel, Makati. Wednesdays at 9 a.m. The public is invited to attend. Listen live on DZRJ 810 a.m. or view on Facebook Live. www.facebook.com/DZRJ 810 a.m. Watch the replay on PTV4